Join us in this video as we navigate through the detailed process of manufacturing a sewing machine. See yourself the craftsmanship and precision that goes into transforming a few raw materials into the essential device that many of us depend on. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel so that you won't miss out on future uploads. Ever wondered how those sewing machines that are able to stitch so precisely are exactly made? This video is here to answer that very question. Metal scraps, which are the main raw material for building the sewing machine body, are weighed on a weighing scale before being transported to the furnace site. At the furnace, these scraps are released from an upper chamber, undergoing a transformation into molten metal at the furnace's bottom. The subsequent stage involves the creation of molds. Utilizing an existing cement mold and a prototype, new molds are constructed. It is important to note that the same mold cannot be reused for the production of more than one sewing machine. To ensure uniformity, cement is evenly spread within the mold, eliminating potential air spaces. Additionally, chalk powder is applied to the mold surface. Following this, the mold is detached from the original. This process is repeated again, but this time the opposite side is prepared, resulting in paired molds for both the right and left planes, which are then stored. Returning to the furnace, the molten metal is meticulously collected in vessels and subsequently poured into each mold, allowing it to cool and solidify. Once the molds have sufficiently cooled, primitive and manual instruments like hammers are used to break them, revealing the final product, the body of the sewing machine. This body undergoes a light welding process to smooth surfaces and even out any small cracks. Screw holes are then created at the base in preparation for future assembly. Circular holes and rings are attached to the faceplate of the sewing machine, and the metallic base is fixed through pre-made holes to ensure stability and balance for the entire machine. A thorough verification process is conducted to ensure the needle pipe fits and moves seamlessly within the sewing head. With the fundamental structure ready, the next steps are to add basic design elements and the incorporation of components necessary for the functioning of the sewing machine. The sewing machine undergoes a polishing process before being spray painted with black color. These painted bodies are then placed inside a kiln for a brief period, after which they are washed, revealing a shiny surface. Multiple layers of black paint are applied to the sewing machines, and golden metallic designs are embedded in non-functional parts for aesthetic purposes. These designs are present at corners of the base, the bottom of the sew leg, and both sides of the body. Moving forward, the sewing machine begins to take shape with the attachment of various components. The arm shaft, a vertical pipe, is connected to the machine, followed by the attachment of the non-visible parts below the base, such as bed shafts and loop takers. The pressure bar lifter, and bar spring are added, and the needle bar is attached. At the back of the machine pulley is fitted along with its handle. The needle is placed at the foot of the needle bar, followed by the assembly of the feed dog, the metallic plate where sewing activities take place. Bobbin, take, and shuttle are assembled below the feed dog, and the pressure foot is placed at the lower end of the pressure bar. Additional design components, including the brand watermark, are also incorporated. The faceplate covering the front part is then positioned. The machine and base are put on a wooden floor, which provides overall stability. Also, the back of the floor serves as a storage space for essentials like thread, needles, measuring tape, and scissors. The final product undergoes a final testing before being deemed a high-performance sewing machine. From the initial weighing of metal scraps to the final assembly and testing, each stage contributes to the production of a sewing machine that meets high-quality standards. And this is how the high-performance sewing machines are built. If you happen to have a sewing machine of a similar type in your household, you now have a first-hand understanding of the considerable effort and labor invested in the construction of these machines. If you enjoyed the video and found it interesting, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.